are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speed in Oakland. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
2nd and 1. Over the middle. And it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Looking to throw. And he finds a man. It's Martin. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Doug Martin, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's complete to Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On the draw, here's Martin. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was.
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing...
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. 1st down, here's the run with Martin. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Caught. It's Wilson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Second and 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's in. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to run, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
Got it. Watch Mike.
They'll set up to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where you see the final score there. 20-13, the final score. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. 28-14 was your final score. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
There we go. Okay, Frank. 52. Get in the weight room. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Single, single slot. Watch one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to throw here. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 75 yards. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. The touchdown all set up by the big play, 1 snap before, but they finish it. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll set up a throw. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year as his guys continue to pour it on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter And the QBing is easy. How about this guy?
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this. And got his man complete. The 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Vigil in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confident.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Now back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL 100 Game of the Week on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
All right, time for an early game drive here as they look to hopefully set the tempo for the remainder of the game to come. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. Antonio Brown. Kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? On play action, they'll throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about all.
This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Copeland. So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt.
Here we go, son. 5-4. Watch the screen.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure.
A potential turning point in a one-score game. What can this defense do as they look to hold on to their second-half lead? Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go,
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try again with Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Darnold from the gun. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A red zone alert as we get you back into the action. This offense coming up on a 2nd down and 3 to go. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception. This drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because
tight game here, but this offense does have the lead. Decent amount of time on the clock, and the defense has all 3 timeouts. So can the offense manage things and milk this clock away? It's time to find out. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown, 52 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth. And here we go on fourth. Darnold found his target. It's Anderson. And they get him down. A field goal does him no good here as we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on fourth down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter.
Mike's 5-4. You're trapped. You're trapped. Right there.
One last throw now for Darnold. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our entire crew,
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 pip, ready, go.
Put it on display.
what is wrong.
Here we go.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my head.
Let's go now.
Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head up to my nails.
Come on, set.
My
What
man
up?
tripping 'cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
Okay, ready? What
I
up?
could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Set. Then Lobo. Let's go. Set, hut. Set, go.
Yeah.
All right, man. Bring it in tight. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something. Today was great. You guys went out there and executed flawlessly. You keep practicing like that, we are going to win a lot of ball games this year.
Think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion.
A fight for the right to be number one. I'm Jonathan Coachman. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a battle of the top two teams in the AFC West, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we'll get you out to a frigid Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City as we welcome in our men in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long.
Our scoreless game, well, may not stay that way much longer as this defense is out there needing a stop on first and goal.
Walk 54, walk 54. I don't even know why this team showed up. What's right?
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. We have a first down coming up in the red zone. In fact, it's a first and goal situation as this offense looks to get into the end zone from about 9 yards out. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown there as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Those are the drives. So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt.
Get ready. Get ready.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. This is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Mahomes now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And again, it's Mahomes. Well, this is caught by Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends. Attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason. And that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Mahomes now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side. Knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be. And they got their designated guy turned free.
It's complete to Brown, right side. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field at 8:15 Eastern. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. He's going deep for Brown. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Hunter Renfrow, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just